and Ross from Cultaholic.com.
Look in my eyes. What do you see? A WWE returnee. Maybe.
Ooh, really?
I'm doing the things. I'm doing
I
the
like
things.
that. Not my words. My words coming out of Ross's mouth.
Yes, I've taken your thunder. I do apologise.
Honour and a privilege. Here comes some news. Triple H comments on a possible return for CM Punk. We have details of Randy Orton's current WWE contract situation, and we have an injury update on a WWE star that we'll get to very soon. As alluded to by Ross Twiddell.
Is that French?
Maybe. Last time we did some French, we
I know,
got told
people
off.
kicked off.
I know, right? Bon oui. Whilst appearing as a guest on Barstool Sports' My Mum's Basement podcast, which is the best name for a podcast.
Your mum does a
ever.
podcast? I'm going to stop. Just go on with the news. People want to hear the news.
No, she was about my mum's podcast. CM Punk said he hasn't heard anything about his audition for FS1. It's all been very he says he hasn't heard how it went or anything like that. But then this was followed up by Triple H. Now get your head around this. I think this is mental in 2019. Triple H appearing with Tyson Fury on Ariel Awani's show.
That's a real sports podcast.
That is,
thing.
Oh God, that is like the meaty muscle superheads of sports and entertainment. Triple H commented on a return for CM Punk and said the following: Vince McMahon would likely be open to the idea of CM Punk.
But only if Triple H mends the bridge himself. Vince will have nothing to do. Vince will get the camera in when the bridge has been repaired. Triple H is doing all that. We go, hello, pal, it's good to see you again.
Vince loves doing that bit where he's like, how you doing, pal?
Welcome home.
Welcome home is the line.
But he's done none of the legwork. He leaves it up to poor old Paul.
He does say that, he just dropped Vince in it again and says, Vince will say all the time, we are open for business. The past is past, today is today, and we never say never in the WWE.
We do our best for business.
We do our very, very best. I always feel a bit bad when we start these news videos with CM Punk news, because I feel like we punk out a lot with CM Punk news, but this seems like a...
This is normally, you would have thought 2015, 2016, 2017 maybe, Triple H have asked the same question, we'd go, no, that man's a knobhead. But here we are. He's done the lawsuit's gone, everything's clear. He's apparently had the trial or whatever for the backstage show. I don't know what to make of any of this now. It just seems to happen every single day of the year.
To quote my nanny Doris, they appear to be all pals at the palace now.
Oh.
We'll, obviously, as always, for CM Punk news, you stay right here on the internet, where there's always some. Randall Keith. Not my words, the words of Adam Pacitti singing about Randall Keith. Not my words, the words, I'm stuck in a loop, sorry. Randy Orton news, Ross.
Are you okay, Tom?
Stuck in a loop there, mate. It's horrifying. Randy Orton, he's been playing contractual silly buggers, hasn't he, Ross?
He's middle-aged and doesn't care anymore. He's on the beach. He's got a sangria in his hand. The heights probably are a bit tighter than he used to be when he was 24. He just doesn't care. He's taking the piss out of all of us, and I don't care what you say next. He's just taking the piss.
What's your favourite Randy Orton silly bugger as of late?
Just any tweet. Forget about the Twitch stream.
Yeah, it's best that we do.
His Twitter's funny.
Fightful did a bit of research into this, and it turns out that Randy Orton's WWE deal expires in the summer of next year, ending a 10-year contract that he signed with the WWE 10 years ago. And now maybe this is where Randy Orton will be considering his options, but this ain't the case.
Just when you said that there, the contract expiring next summer, how many months out has Randy Orton spent over the last 10 years? So how many months? He could have
another 7 years.
How to do his contract? You've had time out, pal. You're done.
Vince is going to start counting mental months out. Well, you came back in 2015, but your heart wasn't in it for the first 4 months, so we're putting that back on as well.
Round a bit of
true,
fluff
actually.
there.
That's all right. That's not my words, the words of Vince McMahon when he saw 205 Live for the first time. It's when he, when that time comes to an end, they will probably add a load on.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, if not offer him something else.
Would Orton really go though?
Oh, I think
you've got to think in his position, especially after everything he's done over the past 15, 20 years, he's got a cushy life.
He's done all right, hasn't he?
I don't think we'd have to start again in AEW, and obviously their schedule, they've made a big deal of how their schedule is going to be lighter and more talent-friendly than WWE's. But you'd think that Randy Orton would just think, what's the point in starting anew? I'm Randy Orton.
Yeah, it's you know what, it's true. And also, this could all just be a way of, when time comes for the summer of 2020, when the living's easy, get a little bit more of the old, as my dad would say, the old spondulics, the old jammy rock, jammy dodger in the Skyer. I don't know why my dad has so many
Jammy
colloquialisms
Dodger,
for money, but I love him for it. It could be like a little negotiating thing, like, hey, I might go to AEW. Thank you for the
Give me an
series.
extra milli.
Yeah, do you know what? I'd take an extra milli.
So would I. Especially just to do one. Was he on? Is he on Raw now? He's on Raw now, isn't he? Turns up for Raw. Don't think he does too many house shows. So why not? I know his fans might moan at that work ethic and all that, but if I was in his shoes at whatever age he is, 40 odd, I'd do the same thing.
You'd just kick back, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'm doing it now, and I'm 27. That's why I look 40.
The ratings were up a little bit for Raw, but I believe fan interest was slightly down as the What chants made their return on Monday night, Ross.
Hey, now, be quiet now. He's a Hall of Famer. That's my Rusev impression without overstepping the mark there.
Yeah, it's very polite of you. How do you feel about a What chant?
I like it when a heel's in the ring and it's a massive heel, you know, your Baron Corbins of the world and whatnot, and they get the odd what. But when it's like, it's the foreign talent, when they get it, that can go in the bin. When it's like Lawler, who, you know, people might not like him especially, but, you know, he's an old man doing his best, that can get in the bin. But it is, we're now getting on for 20 years since it's been around, and it's just like, as you know, it doesn't work for me still, but not too much, not too often.
I tell you who don't like it.
Who don't like it?
Fox. Not a fan at all. So WWE on Fox, which has been my favourite Twitter as of late, they seem to kind of be sharing sort of more
what you're trying to
marky stuff.
What you're trying to say, Tom, is Fox has spent 1.5 billion so they can make WWE memes.
Basically,
that's all they've done.
It's a very expensive meme machine that they have bought. Dr. Robotnik's meme machine, if you will. WWE on Fox tweeted out last night asking fans to stop chanting what. They said, we saw people chanting it to Angelo Dawkins as he said goodbye to NXT, now to a Hall of Famer on Raw. That's not a sign of rebellion, it's a sign of disrespect. They since deleted the tweet.
Pussies.
Yeah, Fox!
Yeah, take that one.
Stick to American Dad.
If you're going to have a good fans for if you're going to have a good fans for paying their hard-earned money to go to a wrestling show and chant something that's not over the line, it might be a little bit annoying, but it's not over the line, is it? You can't then delete the tweet, you
cowards.
Cowards.
I think they realised then that they were probably barking up the wrong tree with that one, so they backed down completely. Also, at that same show, at the WWE Raw show in Ohio, there was talk that security were allegedly threatening to remove members of the audience for wearing AEW merch.
I thought that had gone and passed.
No, they're
Was it the Royal Rumble this year when someone got hoyed out from the front row and everyone was like, that's not right, and then they just stopped doing it for a while, but now it seems to be back, and that's a shame.
It is
Let
back.
People wear what they want to wear.
Yeah, I know. Back once again with the ill behaviour, apparently. Big rematch for AEW Dynamite tonight. We were going to get Joey Janela versus Jack Evans, which would have been nice.
That would have been a wow fest. Super fun.
It would have been. Did not be even super duper fun.
What?
Joey Janela versus Kenny Omega 2.
Whoa! Did you see the dark match?
I did, mate.
The dark match, you know what I mean? The match on the dark.
AEW Dark. They had an unsanctioned lights out match on AEW Dark. I see what you did there. Calling it a lights out match. See what you did there. And they had such a good time with it, they're going to do it again on the actual TV show.
And why the hell not? And if they're going to do it like they did that dark match, I hope that Kenny and Joey get the next week off.
Because it was hellacious.
Bloody hell. That one-winged angel to an erect chair. An erect chair? What the hell am I saying? A chair that's not like folded down flat. It's out.
Oh, like a chair with it fulfilling its lifelong purpose of being
an
a chair.
erect chair. I don't know where that came from.
A regular chair.
But Joey Janela took the sort of backrest part of that chair on his neck and shoulders, and it was horrible.
Don't do that again, lads, because that'll make us very sad.
Unless it's safe. Imagine, they're magicians, aren't they, these wrestlers?
They are indeed magicians, but just in case a magician ruins an illusion, Ross will be here tomorrow with AEW TF moments.
That's correct.
He will capture them all,
It's
won't
a hard show to do, so it is, because there's not too many kicking about.
Well, there's not too many shows, or there's
Not too many
mistakes?
moments, no. It's just a watertight product that's focused on wrestling, and that's a fantastic thing to enjoy, but a really hard thing to tear apart. Anyway, I'm looking forward to this match. Are you?
I can't wait. I've enjoyed, like, Kenny Omega's had a slightly different style to him since he's joined AEW, and Joey Janela's getting the shine of his life at the moment, and he's having fun with it as well. So I am very excited for this one, but I'll be too busy watching NXT because I'll be doing NXT graded.
The plugs are everywhere.
Just getting so many. Anything else you want to plug while you're here? Paul London on Desert Island Graps later on the YouTube channel.
A bumhole.
Get that in. Plug a bumhole. Ross wants to plug a bumhole. If any offers,
That's the news.
get involved. And finally, an update on Xavier Woods, who took a bit of a tumble, for lack of a better term, to put it lightly, whilst in Australia.
It looked nasty. He took an Irish whip and then immediately sort of fell to his knees and then tweeted out an Achilles tendon getting injured and was like, sorry. And that's a bad one. I've seen footballers speak about that. It's apparently when it goes twang and snaps, it's like being shot in the foot.
Oh, jeez.
And I've never been shot in the foot, but I can't imagine it's very nice.
But it doesn't sound nice at all. The concern was whether it was either going to be just like an injury or whether it was a full tear. And we still haven't had confirmation on which one it is, but Xavier Woods' last tweet may give an indication that it's probably the worst case scenario, because Xavier Woods tweeted out, "Man is injured. I'll keep you updated, but as of now, I'm going to stream a lot, I'm going to hit cons a lot, I'm going to post sponsored tweets a lot, I'm going to eat pizza a lot. I've got so many things to do."
And I bet it doesn't affect his body.
Do you know? What, eating pizza?
Yeah, he'll come back and he'll have all the muscles in the six-pack, whereas I do the same thing, and it doesn't work, Tom. I don't know how it works.
It looks like it goes to all the right places, doesn't it? It's ever so frustrating. But bear in mind as well with this tweet, bear in mind that Big E said about 3 months ago, "Oh, I'm injured, I'm going to be out until 2022. And then he turned up on SmackDown the week later.
You would have to think, this being on a house show and not an angle as such, it was just like, it looked very real. But also, if you are Xavier Woods, I would be tempted, right, just to fake an injury to get more of that gaming money.
Ooh.
Have a month off from wrestling, pile on the Twitch streams, build that brand a bit more, get up, down, get that flying as it already is, but flying even higher. I'd be tempted to do that because I'm an arsehole.
Xavier, if you have cheated the system, we won't tell anybody.
That's the cushy spot he's got, Xavier Woods, is the fact he's got all this gaming malarkey to pump out while he's not busy with the wrestling. He's got it set, Xavier Woods. What a great man.
We've got lots to pump out as well, including a Patreon. And here is Tom Campbell in an ill-fitting t-shirt.
Who?
I know.
Who's that?
It's me doing an outro.
You got an outro?
I have, and here it is. Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. You can support us on Patreon by going to patreon.com/Cultaholic. Lastly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.